Why do you do this day after day? Dedicating your life to the search for a few more feet, a new move, 100th of a second? Why would you put your career on hold and leave your family for weeks on end? What could possibly be worth it? Why are you doing this to yourself? But it's the deepest desire for something greater, with an almost blind tolerance for physical pain. That is what makes a Team USA contender, because they all tell you the exact same thing. The chance to stand under the American flag and hear that anthem play, and to know that you are inspiring millions is bigger than anything. So if you want to give up everything for the chance to have that medal hung around your neck, then we've got your back. Because you're the athletes we should be looking up to. And that's why we're honored to have you working with us.
He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T., and welcome to another edition of Bring It From the Bottom, baby. Thank God it's Monday. All right, last week I listened to you. All right, last week I listened to you. Now I need you to listen to me. Are you hearing me? I listened to you last week. Now you need to listen to me. Look, when I tell you environment, this is all I'm talking about. I need you to get to a space. I need you to get to a place, listen to me, where the level of expectations go up. Are you hearing me? That's all I need. Like, you don't need to physically leave your environment. That's not what's first. Did you hear me last week? It starts in the mind. It starts in the heart. So what I need you to do is I just need you to get to a place where you raise the level of your expectation. So I left Detroit first, right? Hometown. Love my hometown. But when I moved to Huntsville, Alabama, Oakwood, the level of expectation changed. And then when I left Oakwood and came to Michigan State University, East Lansing, Michigan, baby, I came because I needed to raise the level of expectation. Did you hear what Paul Pierce said? Like, the level of expectation, like, we not into that.
There are 17 championship banners in this building. 11 from Russell, 3 from Bird. I even helped raise one.
We're not into like the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, it's the NBA Finals. That's the only banners we hang. That's a different level of expectation. So what I need you to do for me, what I need you to understand when I say the influence, come on, when I say circle of influence, all I'm saying is that you need to get around people who are not, they're not happy with losing. They can't take, now look, we lose in life. We lose stuff. Stuff happens. Life happens. But you can't expect to lose. Like, you can't be comfortable with losing. Like, you can't be in environments where people are satisfied. Look, no disrespect, but when I dropped out of school, I was hanging with high school dropouts. Are you hearing me? It was that much easier to do because the people around me were doing it. The level of expectation has to change. When I got to Michigan State, there was a level of expectation that you get an advanced degree, that you get a master's, that you get a PhD. The level of expectations change, that you were published, that you write books. The level of expectations change, that you travel not only in America, but you travel abroad. The level of expectations change, the financial, everything changed. I need you not to leave your neighborhood today, but I need you to change the level of your expectations. So 3 things quickly changed for me, guys. This is the last one on environment. I'm gonna let you get out of here. Number 1, I got with a group of people and we made a promise to each other. Are you hearing me? Get in a group of people that make promises, that make a pact. There's a book out there called The Pact, right? And that's exactly what CJ, that's exactly what Carl, that's exactly what I did. We came together and we made a vow to each other. We made a promise. Get in an environment where people are making promises. We made a promise that we gonna blow this thing up. We're gonna take this company from the bottom and we're gonna take this company. We made a promise, and every day we woke up, and every day other than lunch, we grinded out. We started with worship. We started with meditation. We had nothing but meetings. We didn't even know what we were meeting about, but we met every day and we made a promise to ourselves that where we are right now, we talked about that years ago. Let me tell you something. After making a promise, guys, our practice changed. Listen to me. I promise you, I can count how many Michigan State basketball, how many Michigan State football games I've gone to on probably one hand, but I go to practice on a regular basis. I sit at the feet of Coach Izzo on a regular basis. I sit at the feet of Coach D'Antonio on a regular. I go to practice. Practice? We talking about practice, yup, because what you'll discover is that when you get to that next level, the practice changes. Are you hearing me? The practice changes. It goes to a whole other level. When I started working with D1 football, I would work with Alabama, right? I started working with Michigan State and Michigan. I realized that practice is different. Guys, look, when you work with teams that's on that level, the guys that's riding the bench, the guys that's the B squad, that when they practice the B squad, they could have been starters anywhere else. And so the level of intensity in practice is out of this world, right? Because you're playing top against top. But when you play for a smaller school, D1, but a smaller school, and you go up against Alabama, and you go up against Michigan State, what happens is, because the way you practice, when you get there, the game is a lot quicker than it is in your practice. It's a lot more intense than it is in your practice. It's a lot more grind than it is in your practice, and you can't keep up. That's why they get blew up. So my practice changed, guys. Are you hearing me? We talking about practice. Are we? Yeah, we talking about practice. The level of practice goes to another level. And when the level of practice goes to another level, the level of performance goes to another level. And so I spent time in an environment where they took practice serious. Coach Izzo in practice is intense. You think he intense in the game, he intense in practice. Coach D'Antonio, you think he intense in the game, he intense in practice. And so I came to an environment where the practice is different. Listen to me, get in an environment where they're not talking about the game, because you're only as good as you are. Listen to me. Your game is only as good as your practice. And I got in an environment where the practice was different. My performance went to another level. I want you to watch it. I'm not trying to be deep. You watch us in the beginning. Next door, Michigan State University. Watch this. You go back, show them, Carl, go back my backyard. Go back to the world. Listen to me, to Breathe University, to corporate work, to the NBA, to the NFL. Listen to me, when I got into a different environment and I started hanging with people who made promises to themselves and they kept their promise, people who had expectations for themselves, people whose expectations for themselves was greater than everybody else's expectations. When I started practicing and taking my practice serious, guys, I'm doing this for free. I go to middle schools, elementary schools, sometimes free. Youth detention centers, practice, get my reps up, get my practice on. So boom, when it's time for performance, when it's game time, I went from the bottom high school dropout. I went from the bottom homeless. I went from the bottom taking 12 years to get a 4-year degree. I went from the bottom guys getting kicked out of college on academic probation. I went from the bottom and got in a different environment, and boom, my production went to a whole other level. And ET is considered one of the top motivational speakers in the world. And I didn't say it, you said it. Why? Because I got in a different environment. You might be stuck in your world right now, but I dare you to get with some people in your world who are making promises to themselves. I dare you to get around people who are practicing now for their greatness tomorrow. I dare you to get in an environment where people love and embrace and honor and respect and revere practice more than they revere Showtime lights. Let me tell you something, because if you can learn how to practice, if you can learn how to practice TGIM, if you can learn, one day you're gonna get an opportunity to do whatever it is you dream about doing, and finally, your performance is gonna go to a whole nother level. So it's your boy ET saying, listen to me, you can get in a different circle of influence if you embrace these principles that I'm giving you right now, if you take this stuff serious and take it to the next level. And I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, no, consistency, my friend, is hard. But I guarantee you, if you keep grinding and grinding and grinding, you will grind your way through where you are right now, and you will grind your way to the top. But whatever you do, you cannot quit. You cannot give up. You cannot surrender. You cannot quit. You cannot give up. You cannot surrender. And if you do these things, friend, I guarantee you, you will make the rest of your life the best of your life. It's your boy ET saying, I'll see you on another edition of Thank God It's Monday.
I started getting in different groups, and they got different goals. It's not to make 6 figures, it's to save 6 figures.
Wow.
Nobody want to hear all your talking and all your ideas and all this about this stuff you can create. Execute, and the world will treat you differently.
Listen, I got into Breathe University, man, like 14 months ago, and they opened my eyes. They opened my eyes real wide, and they gave me the support that I needed. And the one thing that really ticked in me, that triggered, right, and it turned on, was the fact that I've been letting people down all my life. and I have a group of people that are willing to share information with me and help me get better and help me get to the next level, I refuse to let anyone else down in my life. Listen, Breathe You, I want to thank you because you helped me see something. You helped me see that there's people that care about you and you can't waste time. You can't waste time in your life, you gotta push.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode.